My happy news, US. Gold, gold is actually used in a lot of markets and stuff, a lot of technical stuff, technical electrical stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's used in a lot of stuff. You know, you'd be surprised. So a lot of the new technology, gold is used in there as well. Yes, Eddie. Yes. How are you? I'm very well. Very good to hear from you. Yesterday, you see, the Lord, our Creator, He works in some funny ways because I've come there a few times to fix that problem. It had no chance of getting fixed. But for some reason, you came that day, and even though all the way to the you couldn't fix it, you still had another plan right at the end. So I appreciate you a lot, man. And you were a godsend. So I pray God blesses you and your family for sure. Yes, yes, everything was fine. I'm here now, so I'm preparing to go the next 2 hours. No, no leak. It's fine. So you got me here very quickly and safe. Yeah, no problem, Eddie. You take care. Good to hear from you. I will be in touch. My phone, obviously, you would not be able to phone me, but if you're on WhatsApp, then you can message and So when I come back, we'll meet up. Yeah, no problem. I will say yeah. Cool. Thank you very much. You take care. Creator works in many mysterious ways, man. If you're open to it, if you don't believe it, you'll never see it, you'll never know it. And even if you believe it, but you don't really think about it enough, you'll never be open to it. For you to see and know the Creator in your life, you have to literally be open to it. You have to know that it can happen. You know, the Creator cannot come into your life unless you let it. We have dominion over this earth. The Creator don't. So we have to give the Creator authority to do His work through us. Um, I'm looking for a retracement, probably deep retracement, and maybe we can go long. We see how the market acts once it retraces. Um, I'm sure on FOMC days the market's usually pretty strong before. Um, I'm pretty sure, but anyway, I may be wrong, arguably. But yeah, I'm looking for some type of retracement and get long. That's what I'm saying. man. Yeah, man. Happy New Day. Today is Year's Day. And Year's Day is a standalone day that is not to do with any of the months when you're going by a 13-month calendar. You get one standalone. Yeah, man. Happy New Day. Give thanks for life. Today is Year's Day. Yeah, Year's Day is a standalone day that is not to do with any of the months when you're learning. Yeah, actually, last actually the last 4 or 5 years, as I said, I've been observing. Yeah, so that's great. Yeah, man. Happy New Day. Give thanks for life. Today is Year's Day. Yeah, Year's Day is a standalone day that is not to do with any of the months when you're going by a 13-month calendar. You get one standalone day. Yeah, that will be outside of the 13 months. And this year day happens the day before New Year. Actually, for the last 4 or 5 years, as I've said, I've been observing spring and New Year. And spring, I think spring varies the day to the 20th and 22nd. So what I do, I just celebrate New Year's Day on the 20th of March birthday. Yeah, so today is Year's Day, which is a standalone day. I wish everyone a happy Year's Day. And we observe and celebrate this day as the standalone day. So, yeah, so have a great day. Okay. I know, but I have to try the phone and get crazy, crazy on YouTube. Afternoon session, afternoon AM or I see it. Yeah, really. Down more. 158 and see. Really, I want to see. One, one, is the bottom. That, yeah, that's what I've been. That's what I've been to. Like, never mark them like these are all value backs. Yeah. I really like when they stack up like, but I would like lower. This could be it, but I want to see. So you told me that. I think everyone thinks China is great. Oh, that's ridiculous. You know, I think the Chinese thing. What I think it is, yeah, it's a thing they've used it as a lie to scare the world to think that they're greater than they are. Yeah, they've got millions of people, but bro, them guys are little. I know every Chinese man I've ever met, they're all little. Like, I'll probably beat up like 10 Chinese men in one go. Like, you understand? It take about 10 of them to take on one man. Man think I'm joking. Man think I'm actually joking what I'm saying. I'm not even joking. Like, at all. At all. My stream stuck. But anyway, there's no way. I don't know why people keep gassing up China. The only thing China can do is come with some mad tech, some mad crazy robots and take over the world first. That's it. That's the most. But they can't come and fight. There's no way they can come and fight. Hands out. No way. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So it's a lie. It's a lie. It's like, what's it called? Um, what did that word they call it, man? It's just building up press, making themselves look like something they know they're not really. They're not really that. You understand what I'm saying? It's just. I think it's bullshit. I think it's propaganda. Why would I forget that word? I think it's propaganda. To be honest, that's what I really think. I think the whole of the China thing is one big propaganda. Trust me. Hmm. I'm gonna take an entry here now. Quick. What does that look like, man? I don't know. Keep it home. My guy. Let's see if we get a little tap back here. I want to manipulation. Take out this. If it goes with that. Get them military. Oh, guys, right, you take like one. Come on, you care about them. You beat like 10 minutes. It was a 1 minute inversion here, though. See, many bars. See, we get inversion of free. We've got this in a 3 minute version. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll wait for the secretaries. How to finish. All right, at the moment, I'm at a 3-1 right now. I'm at a 5 pip stop on this one. It was tight, 5.2, 5.3. But what I'm thinking, because, excuse me, usually on the FOMC days, I usually let it run a bit higher. And what I noticed was that the daily high, which I never marked out on this chart, it's on my other chart. That's why I don't really mark it out. Anyway, I put my target where the daily high is, a previous daily high. Now, price could be running for that, especially on an FOMC day. Prices, and see how strong it is, how it broke. When price broke the high, price broke this high with a fair value gap. If this fair value gap holds here, and maybe I'll let it go a bit longer, maybe. But really and truly, I should be out already. 17 pips already. I'm not being greedy. It's just on these days it usually does run up, but we'll see what he wants to do. If he wants to come all the way back in, then I'll just get out maybe 13 pips or something, 14 pips. But it's at the moment it's at like just nearly 17 pips. Let's see how it acts on this fair value gap here. It's not too far away now from that daily high. It's broke that high just now with some momentum. It might not want to stop. Maybe sometimes that's how price acts, especially where it's got a magnet of some liquidity where it wants to get to. You know, if I show you you see how it's really pushing. So far away. Oh, I'm on the wrong. No wonder. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, the market's strong. Yeah, looks like we're gonna push. My computer's moving a bit slow. But yeah, it's good that I held it a little bit. You can see it wants to push. We'll probably hit this daily high. I'll hold it as long as I can. At the end of the day, I'm usually go 3-1, sometimes 2-1, depending on the type of market it is. Low obviously is 2-1 on this on the S&P 500. On Great British Pound USD, it's always 5 pips and 15 pip gain. That's it. That's why it's just static. It works all the time for my type of entries, and if it don't work, then I just stop out, and that's it. It's pretty normal. But if I'm correct about my thesis, usually with a Great British Pound and my entry, then it should go in my favour without having to retrace that 5 pips. But sometimes it goes 3-4 pips retrace and it turns around. Who knows? But that's what I do on that. But when it comes to the US, the S&P 500, the stop sometimes like the bars are so big, the volume so much that it makes the our stops a bit wider. So sometimes I have to wait for retracements to get a better entry, that helps sometimes as well. To slightly get a better entry and to get my stop loss placed better. But I'm going to exit this trade, I think, even though I think it's going to run all the way up. But I just got to 20 pips. It's 1 to 4 already. I think I've done enough. I'll give it one more, just give it one chance. Between 15 and 20 pips ain't bad. Somewhere in between. We just watch what it does here, how it closes, and what it wants to do. If it wants to get down to this 9 EMA, it doesn't want to break it. Is it going to close this fair value gap right here? Like, not too far from the daily high. That's the only reason I'm just here watching. Really pulled back 2 pips. Yeah, 2 pips. Yeah, 2.5 pips. Let's see. how it reacts, yeah. Let's see how this closes. It's making a fair value gap. I think we're gonna get a retracement possibly, you know. Let's see how this bar does. Depending on how things go here. I'm expecting the momentum to stay strong. If it starts pulling in, I'm not gonna guess how far it's gonna come back and wait. I'm just gonna take what I've got, and which is more than fine. Like I've hit my target. As I said, it's just this type of day, FOMC day, where I watch it run up a lot, but it's already gone past my target. So psychology, like um, so my psychology obviously is telling me obviously look, you hit your target, you can just get out, you know what I mean, sort of thing. And then the other side saying, look, you know this day as well. When it comes to this day, you can push a bit more, but I'm not really going to sit in for too much. What I'm saying is, I'm not going to let it pull back at all. Really, I'll just get out. I'm happy, even though it might just pull back a little and go up and hit target. It will be what it will be. But for me, if it don't happen really quickly, like you know what I mean, I'm out. I've had enough. Like, see, it's already breaking below already. For another 30 seconds of this bar, man. It's coming down still. Look, I'm out anyway. Boom. Well, so just over 3-1. Price probably is going to go back up now and get on my nerves. Do you know what I mean? And go to where I say it's going to go. But I'm happy. So that's that. We've done what we was meant to do. Price can do what it wants. If it was going to be strong and keep going, I'd have been happy to stay in. But it started to fade a little. It might just been a little pullback. But that is what it is. I'm not willing to really and truly give back my real target. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. But I do see price going to that high. I don't see it coming all this way not to go to that high. But I personally didn't want to hold through any type of pullback just in case I let it pull back and it pulls back to like 10 pips and then it just keeps on failing. I just don't need that in my life at all. It's not worth it, you know. So I have a thing like if it stays strong, price could have stayed very strong and just kept on moving up and pushing up and just took out that high. You know what I mean? If we got closer, maybe I would have waited for a little pullback. But I think price is going to come back into some of these fair value gaps first. See these imbalances here. You've got here. So it's starting to pull back pretty strong. I wouldn't have liked to have been selling this, even if my conviction's strong. You know, if my target hadn't been met and I had broken even, I wouldn't really care. But my target was more than met. You know, extra 5 pips. That's a 1 to 4. You definitely don't complain with that. You know, at the end of the day. Yeah, so that was 15 pips in the end. I got in the end anyway. By the time I got out, so that's 1 to 3. All right then. Well, I'm gonna end the stream. I don't think I'll take any more trades. I call that one and done for today. And I'm happy. I'm gonna still probably watch the price run up to that thing. I'm just gonna watch it. I won't exit, enter again, but at least gonna watch it. You know, take a few pictures, a couple screenshots. You know, just for future reference to see how many times I always do that, just to see how many times things happen. You know, to make my kid more conviction. If I go to my charts and out of the 20, 30 times that I've taken these pictures and got out when I'm on the FOMC over these years, yeah, Mike will tell me, oh, look, it's bullish. Like, you need to be staying in because it's going to go. You just suffer the small pullbacks because it's going to go, then you'll know. See, the thing for me is, like, I can stomach watching it go up higher even though I did, my target was higher for this, but really and truly, in my head, I know once I get to that 15 pips, depending on what happens, I can just exit. But I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I can watch price run up. Even if I had conviction about it going higher, I won't feel no way. But guess what would make me hurt? If I watch price go down and go lower than when I could have got out for my, that pain is way worse than watching the price run up. I'm telling you. For me anyway, it might not be for you. Other people might be the opposite. Everyone's different in trading. But me, I learned that I just don't like when the price ends up retracing on me. You know. I think I still think it's going to go wrong. Can't lie. Obviously, my psychology mentally wants it to go down just to say I've made the right decision. But it don't matter. Whatever it does, I made the right decision. Up or down, it doesn't matter. You understand? Because I made a decision, and my decision is part of my plan. That's what took away the emotions at the end of the day, because I know how the emotions can sway you in what you think and what you believe is going to happen, even if it does or don't. Like, you don't want to get too caught up in what you really think is going to happen. You just lay your cards on the table and see how things line up. You know? So I might as well record it and just see, let it run up if it's going to run up, and then we'll just record it for future reference. But yeah, I give thanks that just follow my trading plan. That's it in every way. That's what I'm happy about. The win, like the win don't even matter. There's no point me getting excited about a win, because I might as well get excited about a loss as well. Then I have to get excited about both. If I take a trade and I follow my process, professional process, a um, a professional outlook, a professional um, way of approaching the markets. Yeah, whether I win or lose, it doesn't matter, because trading's a game of probability. It's not a game of winning. It's a game of probability. It's not a game of winning. But you need to win. Yeah, obviously you've got to win enough times, or you need to just have the risk to reward swinging in your favour. You understand what I'm saying? So you've got to have a certain amount of. Obviously, if you've got no real strategy, or and like, if you don't have no real strategy, or if it's your mindset, whatever it is, that's like, I still got you in that beginner learning phase. Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, it's like, if you ain't got that, then you're just gonna lose way, way more anyway. But when you sort of got your strategy put in place, your risk management put in place, and your trade management put in place, yeah, then as long as you follow that, whether you lose or win, it doesn't really matter. You're already, that makes you. That's what makes you a successful trader. I'm successful right there and then. Whether I lose, whether I win, I'm successful because I followed the trading plan, which consists of my strategy and um, my risk management, obviously, and then my trade management, like how I'm managing the trade. You know what I mean? Sort of thing. So between them things, at the end of the day, obviously my psychology as well, because I can just send you all over the world as well. You know what I mean? You can have all your strategy good, you can have your risk management good, and have your trade management good, but then your psychology could play on things within each of them. If your psychology is strong, like if you've got a FOMO, fear of loss, like these things are stronger in you that you haven't dealt with, then that will override everything. It will override strategy, override everything to do with like the risk management, the strategy, and the trade management at the end of the day, because the emotions are way stronger. So that's why you have to, if you can build up your discipline to stick to your trading plan, calmly, coolly, hitting it, then that's success. That's success. That's when I feel the best. I don't even care if like if that trade just now hadn't hit, I was still taking the same screenshots, looked at it and be cool because I was happy with my entry. I could see that the market has been trending, and usually on the FOMC, it's usually pretty strong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but through my mind, just thinking back, to FOMCs, what I've usually seen for upcoming FOMCs, especially ones that can be impactful, you usually get quite a lot of build up in, sort of thing. So I knew that it was going to be I need to wait for a retracement because it's a trending market. There's only two markets for me. There's a trending market and a consolidated sideways market. It's either trending or it's consolidating, and that's it. And I don't mind trading either. Obviously, maybe it varies on the asset, but like if the market's trending, then I understand that my entry is waiting for retracements into certain zones. Yeah, you could be wrong on them, but if you take your time to pick up those zones carefully, at least, be a little bit picky on them zones, a little bit, then it might not hit every time, but when it does, at least you've got more of a probability of the risk to reward being sort of in your favor. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing. And then, correct me if I'm trying to share, just vibes from what I've sort of gained, and yeah, so yeah, only talking, man. What I'm saying. Yeah, the ranging market, basically. Ranging market. I love a ranging market. I don't mind a ranging market. You understand what I'm saying? It shows you get to see what the market wants to do, and you understand as well. In a ranging market, you get to see when it breaks as well. At the end of the day, that they might be a stopper, or it might be just something you're observing at the time of you waiting. You actually catch the break. Depends on the price action and your intimacy with the price action to see. Okay, nah, this is not really feeling this for going back in the range. This looks like it's going to break out. Let me hold off. At the end of the day, you never know. So you do get some of them things, or you might just take the trade because it showed you the correct signs, and you might still stop out because it's the breakout there. Like it just is what it is. So I don't mind a trending market or a ranging market. It's just seeing and knowing what market you're in and how the market's sort of moving. And I never used to see it at all. I was always pretty bamboozled. Like, I'd be doing something, it'd be working, all of a sudden it's not working. And it doesn't really work that long anyway, but I sort of just catch something for a minute, a little sliver of something, and then all of a sudden the market movements change. But then I found like as the years have gone on and a good few of them have gone by, that you sort of start to see it in the price action. You get used to it. You understand the way the price action starts to move and what it starts to do. You start to see the change in the market. Obviously, a change in a bearish trend to a bullish trend or vice versa. That's just market structure. That's when you add in market structure. You understand what I'm saying? If you're looking at if the price is sort of reversing, then we're looking at market structure a lot more longer. You understand what I'm saying? Sort of thing. We're seeing the market structure shifting. But other than that, in a trending market, we're still looking at market structure, obviously, because that's what tells us it's trending. Yeah, it shows us where the higher highs and the higher lows are. You know what I mean? Sort of thing. So So a trending market and a ranging market, that's the two markets. When it's going up or down or sideways, there's only two markets because it's just trending. It's either trending down or trending up. It's just trending though. Yeah, there's two sides of that trending coin, but also you can say that in a ranging market, there's two sides in a ranging market. It could be at the bottom of the range looking to go up, or it could be at the top of the range looking to go down. So, do you know what I mean? These are just some of the things I've noticed. And to be honest, if I'd sat through this, I wouldn't have felt too bad. If I'd stayed here and done this and started messing about here and it never dropped yet, I wouldn't have felt too jittery straight away. Where it started coming, I wouldn't have minded because I know when it gets down to here, I'll just close anyway. So back here, I would have been pretty cool and calm now to see if it gets a chance to go higher. You know. Yeah, I would have definitely been out already. As soon as that bar, the one before, this one here, as soon as this started to do it, I would have been out again. But yeah, I'm not too like. There's no point in being greedy once you've got your feet on. If it momentum had stayed strong, I'd have been happy to stay in because it wouldn't have given me no reason to get out because it was just kept on pushing. You understand? But where I started doing all that after a few years, like more than 50% of the time, I'll probably get it right. Maybe a few years ago, maybe I would have got this decision 75% wrong, maybe. But as the years have gone on, you get a feel for what the market does, especially when it's looking to go to liquidity. You know, it acts a certain way. For me, most part, and I still think it's probably going to go. I'm not even saying it's going to go, but I just knew we were going to have a retracement. I didn't know how big. Retracement could have come all the way back to my entry. Imagine that getting to a 3-to-1, a 4-to-1. It went to a 4-to-1. Yeah, and I've got out of 3-to-1. Imagine letting it go all the way to 3-to-1 and then it go over 5 points over your usual exit, and then you let it come all the way back. That's honestly what that is amateur sort of thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's when you're not really understanding what the market does. You know, but when you've been burned 10 billion times, probably that way about 100 million times as well, in that exact same way I'm talking about, that you start to get a little bit clever. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. You know, as I said, as it got to the 15, if it started pulling back and messing about, I just got out around 13, called it a day. It's worth it on this type of day. And if not, it just kept on pushing up. I just kept on watching it. And then when it got to 20, I was like, okay, if it comes back all the way to 15, I'll just get out. And so on. I just kept on doing the same thing. It gets to 25, like a trading stop, like a mental trading stop. It gets to 20, I'll just get out, sort of thing. But depending on the price action, but obviously. If I see the price action is really nice and pushing it, it's just retracing them, then and then rejecting, retracing, rejecting at the 90, maybe just keep running up, then I would have been cool. I would have just stayed in. You know, so into this fair value gap we have in 3 minutes, we actually invert it. I think we did the last part invert it. Just Okay, let's look for some other fair value. I think you have this 3-minute chart. I don't trade, but when I'm looking for entries, I look for maybe some inversion. If I'm looking for inversion or something, then I look for inversion on different time frames. See which one's the best where I take a trade, and if there's a good one, a really good one on a different time frame, which gives more confirmation. You'd be surprised how that works. All right, so if it's gonna, I was gonna draw this one earlier. Yeah, this one in now. I don't like those people moving very slow, jittery, jumpy. Look, I can't. Look, I'm unable to even. It's not even let me place this. Look at this foolishness. Like what is going on? Like what is this, man? Idiot. I can't even lie. Let's go. You see that foolishness? There we go. I give thanks for the wisdom. That's what I give thanks for. In trading. That wisdom comes from a lot of pain as well, man. But those who ask, if you ask, it shall be given. So I give thanks to my creator because I like to ask him stuff. I like to ask my creator things. You know, so it's going to serve his will on this earth to make something better and serve his people. And why not? I'll be granted that wisdom. All right, anyway, the market sold off. I'm gone. We waiting to see if it was going to, I would have definitely got that a long time ago. So back up again tomorrow, man. Give thanks for life.